Hello guys, welcome. Hello guys, welcome to Ashutosh Coaching Center. Now today we are going to start. The chapter name is Human Health and Diseases. Let's start. The state of physical and mental and social being is called health, and the health health simply doesn't mean as disease-free condition for physical fitness or the health is affected by first disorder. Genetic disorder क्या होता है? The detect child inherit and its parent, infection and microbes of other organisms, and lifestyle includes the food we take and our diet. So फर्स्ट आता है गुड हेल्थ कैन मेंटेन बाय, हम अपना शरीर का हेल्थ है उसको कैसे मेंटेन रखेंगे, ठीक है। फर्स्ट में होता है बैलेंस डाइट, पर्सनल हाइजीन, रेगुलर एक्सरसाइज, अवेयरनेस अबाउट द डिजीजेज एंड देयर इफेक्ट, एंड द प्रॉपर डिस्पोजल ऑफ वेस्टेज एंड कंट्रोल ऑफ वैक्टर एंड मेंटेनेंस ऑफ हाइजीन फूड एंड वाटर। उसके बाद डिजीज़ क्या होता है? डिजीज़ कैन बी ब्रॉडली ग्रुप्ड इनटू द इन्फेक्शियस एंड नॉट इन्फेक्शियस। A. Infectious disease. Diseases which are easily transmitted from one person to another are called infectious disease, like AIDS, common cold, and malaria, tuberculosis. B. Non-infectious disease. Diseases which cannot be transmitted from one person to another person are called infectious diseases. Example: cancer and hypertension, diabetes, etc. उसके बाद common disease in human. The disease causing germs like bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoa, helminthes are called pathogens, and pathogens can enter the body by the various means and the multiply interface and with normal vital activities resulting in morphological and the functional damage. ये कुछ नेम दे रखे हैं जो कि बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है एग्जाम के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से, इसका आप लोग याद कर ले। इसका स्क्रीनशॉट लेना जरूरी है और इसका बिल्कुल ऐसे शॉर्ट्स में करके आप भी इसका ले सकते हो, ये बहुत ज़्यादा ही इम्पोर्टेंट है। ओके, नाउ लाइफ स्टाइल ऑफ प्लाज्मोडियम का लाइफ साइकिल देख लेते हैं। तो प्लाज्मोडियम enters the human body as a small protozoa through the bite of infected female and the anopheles mosquito and the multiple within the liver of cell, and later attack the RBC, resulting the capture and the release of toxic substance and the hemozoin, which is responsible for the higher and the fever and the chill recording and every 4 days. Malaria parasites require two hosts and humans Anopheles mosquitoes and complete their life cycle, and the female's Anopheles is a vector of this diseases to humans beings. And the flow chart of to this life cycle of Plasmodium. ये है फ्लो चार्ट प्लाज्मोडियम का। ओके, बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट। उसके बाद क्या है? द एबिलिटी ऑफ होस्ट सेल टू फाइट द डिजीजेज कॉजिंग माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म ड्यू टू द इम्यून सिस्टम इज कॉल्ड इम्यूनिटी, एंड देर आर two types of immunity: innate immunity and acquired immunity. Innate immunity क्या होता है? नॉन स्पेसिफिक टाइप ऑफ डिफेंस present in at the birth and at the different kind of barrier of to the entry for an agent in the body, and it consists 4 types of barrier: physical barrier जिसमें skin, mucus coating of epithelial lining, and respiratory, gastrointestinal and urogenital tract. Second है वो psychological barrier, acid in stomach and saliva in mouth, and cellular barrier and the leukocytes, neutrophils and the monocytes. 4 है हमारा साइटोकाइनिन बैरियर, ए वायरस इन्फेक्टेड सेल एंड सीक्रेट प्रोटीन इज कॉल्ड इंटरफेरॉन्स। एक्वायर्ड इम्यूनिटी क्या होता है? पैथोजन स्पेसिफिक डिफेंस एंड द कैरेक्टराइज बाय द मेमोरी, एंड व्हेन आवर बॉडी encounters a pathogen and first time produces a response is called response of low intensity. Subsequent the encounter by the pathogen produces and by the highly intensified and response called secondary response and or amnestic response due to the encounter. Primary and the secondary response are carried out by the with the help of lymphocyte and the T lymphocyte, B lymphocyte, and the producer army of the called antibodies, each having two lights and having chain. It involves two types of lymphocyte. B lymphocyte जिसमें होता है सो ह्यूमरल इम्यूनो एच आई सिस्टम रिस्पॉन्स, और टी लिम्फोसाइड में होता है सो सेल मेडिएट इम्यूनो। ओके, उसके हमारा है दोनों के बीच डिफरेंसेस क्या है, तो इसका भी स्क्रीनशॉट ले लीजिए, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है एग्जाम के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से। ओके, यस, नाउ इट्स डन। उसके बाद आता है स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ एंटीबॉडी क्या होता है। द एंटीबॉडीज आर प्रोटीन मॉलिक्यूल्स कॉल्ड इम्यूनोलॉजी। ठीक है, एंटीबॉडी में जो प्रोटीन मॉलिक्यूल्स होता है उसे हम इम्यूनोलॉजी के नाम से जानते हैं। ये भी काफ़ी अच्छा है, इसका भी स्क्रीनशॉट ले लीजिए। इट्स परफेक्ट। ना देख लेते हैं अब होता क्या है। द एंटीबॉडीज आर प्रोटीन मॉलिक्यूल्स कॉल्ड immunoglobulin and are the various type of IgA, IgM, IgE, IgG, and each antibody molecules consist four polypeptide chain, and two are long called heavy chain and other are short called light chain, and both are arranged shape of Y. Hence an antibody is represented as H2L2. दिस इज़ एंटीजन साइट एंड दिस इज एंटीजन साइट, और दोनों को जो आगे जाके ऐड है वेरिएबल रीजन से, और यहाँ पे एक कांस्टेंट रीजन है और यहाँ पे एक लाइट चेन है, यहाँ पे एक हैवी चेन है। उसके बाद आता है हमारा ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ प्रोडक्शन ऑफ एंटीबॉडीज इम्यूनिटी कैन बी फर्दर कैटेगराइज्ड एज फर्स्ट एक्टिव इम्यूनिटी बॉडी प्रोड्यूसेस इट्स ऑन antibodies against antigen, and the passive immunity ready-made, and the antibodies is transferred from one individual to another, and the colostrum contain antigen IgA is an example of passive immunity provided by the mother to her child. And different type of antibodies produced in the blood, IgA, IgM, IgE, etc. They are called humoral immunoresponse due to the presence in the blood. Human immune system can distinguish between self and the foreign molecules. Foreign bodies, sometimes due to the genetics and or unknown reason, the body attacks cell, and this results in damage to the body and are called autoimmune diseases, and rheumatoid arthritis is due to this effect. उसके बाद है एलर्जी क्या होता है। The exaggerated response of immune system to certain antigen present in the environment is called allergy, and the substance in which such immune response produces is called allergens, and antibodies produced due to these are IgE types, and allergy is due to the secretion of chemical like histamine and serotonin and from the mast cell. अब इम्यूनिटी सिस्टम इन द बॉडी क्या होता है। द ह्यूमन इम्यून सिस्टम इंक्लूड द lymphoid organs, tissue cell, and the soluble molecules and antibody. Lymphoid organs are the organ where origin and the maturation and the proliferation or lymphocyte occur. Primary lymphoid organ include bone marrow and thymus. After maturation, lymphocyte migrate to a secondary lymphoid organ like spleen, lymph nodes, tonsil, pears, patches of small intestine, and the appendix. They provide the sites of interaction lymphocyte with antigen. There is a lymphoid tissue also located within the lining of respiratory and digestive and the urogenital tract called mucosal and associated lymphoid and tissue. Malt, the constitution 50% of lymphoid tissue in human body. उसके बाद हमारा एड्स। एड्स क्या होता है? एड्स स्टैंड फॉर द acquired immunodeficiency syndrome was the first reported in the 1982 and it caused HIV disease, HIV and human immunodeficiency virus and a retrovirus transmission of HIV virus occurs by ए नंबर होता है सेक्सुअल कॉन्टैक्ट बाय इन्फेक्टेड पर्सन, ट्रांसफ्यूजन ऑफ कंटामिनेटेड ब्लड, शेयरिंग इन्फेक्टेड नीडल्स एज इंट्रा कहते नहीं इंट्रावेनस ड्रग्स अब्यूज़र एंड डी नंबर है इन्फेक्टेड मदर टू हर चाइल्ड टू प्लेजेंटा। ओके, रेप्लिकेशन ऑफ रेट्रोवायरस। रेट्रोवायरस क्या होता है? दिस इज रेट्रोवायरस, इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग। ओके, रेट्रोवायरस क्या होता है? AIDS and HIV does not spread by the physical contact. It spread only through body fluid, and this is always time lag between the infection and appearance of the symptom, and that may be vary from 5 to 10 years. Diagnostic test for AIDS and ELISA enzymes is like linked immunosorbent assay. The treatment of these diseases with antiretroviral drug is partially effective and just prolonged but the life but not even death. Cancer is one of the most dreaded disease of human and beings and is a major cause of death over the world. Normal cells show a property called contact inhibition by the virtue of which contact with other cell inhibits their uncontrolled growth, and cancer cell lost their property and the cancerous cell continue divide, giving rise and masses of cell called tumor. And there are two kinds of tumor, benign tumor and the malignant tumor. Okay, ओके, वायरस इतने टाइप का, दो ट्यूमर है। कैंसर के बारे में जानेंगे। नाउ अब जानते हैं कैंसर के बारे में। कैंसर इज द वन ऑफ द ड्रेडेस्ट डिजीज ऑफ ह्यूमन एंड ये बताने लिए कॉज ऑफ कैंसर जाना था हमें। सॉरी, कॉज ऑफ कैंसर। Cancerous neolytic cell may be induced by the physical, chemical, and biological agent by the carcinogens, and cancer-causing virus is called oncogenic and virus and have gene called viral oncogenes. Several genes called cellular oncogene and C1 or proto-oncogenes and one have been identified in the normal cell which and when activated under certain condition have been identified is normal cell which when activated under their certain condition could lead to oncogenic transformation of the cell. Cancer detection and the diagnosis. Cancer detection is the based on the biopsy and the histopathological and study of tissue, blood, and the bone marrow test for the increased cell count, and radiography, computed the tomography, and the MRI, magnetic resonance imaging are useful for the cancer of internal organ. ओके, एंड ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ कैंसर देखा जाए तो सर्जिकल होता है। सर्जिकल में क्या होता है? कैंसरस टिश्यू आर द सर्जिकल रिमूव्ड, एंड रेडियोट्रॉफी का भी क्या होता है? Tumor cells are irradiated by, yeah, lethally by radiation. Chemotherapy drugs are used to kill cancerous, but side effect like hair loss, anemia. Immunotherapy. Patients are given to alpha interferon and have to activate immune system and destroy the tumor. Okay, and difference between normal cell and cancer cell. Let's check. नॉर्मल सेल हैव यूनिफॉर्म साइज शेप एंड साइज. नॉर्मल सेल जो होता है यूनिफॉर्म शेप एंड साइज होता है, जबकि इसमें क्या होता है, कैंसरस सेल है वेराइटीज़ ऑफ साइज एंड मतलब अलग अलग टाइप के आते हैं सेल. ठीक है, इसको आप पढ़ लीजिएगा, इसका फोटो खींच लीजिए. पहला कैंसरस सेल का ले लीजिए वन, और दूसरा नॉर्मल सेल का ले लीजिए. और ये दोनों ही याद कर लीजिएगा, काफ़ी इम्पोर्टेंट है. इसका ये भी ले लीजिए, साइड का कैरेक्टर है. नाउ डिफरेंस बिटवीन बिगनिंग ट्यूमर एंड द मिलेनियम ट्यूमर. इसका भी आप फोटो ले लीजिए. ले लिए, उसका आगे बढ़ते हैं. ड्रग्स एंड अल्कोहल अब्यूज. कॉमनली अब्यूज ड्रग्स इंक्लूड द opioids and the cannabinoid and the coca alkaloid obtained from the flowering plants and a few from fungi. Opioids are drugs which bind to specific opioid receptor and present in our central nervous system and the gastrointestinal tract. Here, heroin, commonly called smack, is chemically diacetyl morphine white, which is white, odorless, and bitter and the crystalline compound. It is extracted from the latex of poppy plant, यानी कि pepper somniferum, and generally taken by the snorting and the injection. Heroin is a depressant and slows down function. Cannabinoids are the group of chemical with interact cannabinoid receptor present in the brain, and the natural cannabinoid are obtained from the inflorescence of the plant and the cannabinoid sativa, and they include the marijuana and the hashish, keras, and ganja. They generally taken by the inhalation and the oral ingestion. These are known for their effect of cardiovascular system of body. And coca alkaloid or cocaine is obtained from the coca plant and the erythroxylum coca native to South America, and the interfere with the transport of neurotransmitter. And dopamine, cocaine, commonly called coke and or croke, is usually snorted, and it has potent simulating the action on central nervous system, producing a sense of euphoria and increased energy. Adolescence and drugs abuse. Adolescence is the period of adolescence भी काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है. एडोलसेंस का भी ले लीजिए तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रहेगा. Adolescence and drug abuse. Adolescence is the period during which the child becomes mature, and it is between 12 to 18 years old. And cause of drugs: curiosity, adventure, excitement, experimentation, and stress or pressure acceleration. Effect of drugs alcohol abuse: reckless behavior, malicious mischief, violence, drop of academic performance, depression, isolation, aggressiveness, and so on. Dependency is the tendency of the body of manifest characteristic and unpleasant withdrawal syndrome if we regular dose of drugs and alcohol abruptly discontinue, and that include anxiety, shakiness, nausea, sweating, and prevention avoid under peer pressure and education counseling. seek help from the parents and the peers seeking and the professional and the medical helps etc. So guys, this chapter has been finished. Thanks for the watching video till the end, and you are also a part of journey of NEET. So please don't forget it to like and subscribe. Bye, see you in next video.